Okay, everybody. Going to give this a shot. See how it looks on the PS4 version, since it did get that day one. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, so the day one update for Eiyuden Chronicle apparently fixes a lot of things, because it also fixes the streaming situation as well. It is still a little loud. But I will try to adjust that as I go. Let's see. Okay, so not a whole lot of options that I can mess with right now, but been walking for a while now. So as I said in the little stream testing things out, this is CJ, a young girl descended from generations of... Oh, they also changed some of the like character introduction things. She has come to New Neova to complete her family's rite of passage. Before the day one update, she mentioned, or the introduction thing says stuff about how scavengers are basically treasure hunters. Rune Barrows discovered, wealth beyond your wildest dreams awaits you in New Neova. All adventurers welcome. Based on what I heard at the end yesterday, too far now. Unless I'm lost. Ah! Stop! So yeah, for anybody who doesn't really know much about Eiyuden Chronicle, this is pretty much the spiritual successor of the Suikoden series, which is a series that I absolutely love and adore, and cannot wait for 100 Heroes to come out next year. The actual proper kick-started Eiyuden Chronicle project that was a couple years ago. I think it may have been 2019 or 2020. Yeah, honestly, can't quite remember. But they've been doing a wonderful job of keeping everybody updated on the Kickstarter about the development of 100 Heroes, which is slated to come out next year in 2023. This game, Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, is the introduction, getting people to see kind of a little bit about the world before the main game. What do we got here? Thieves? Bandits! They're all over the place lately. And you look like you can handle yourself in a fight, though. What's that supposed to mean, huh? I'm a regular, everyday trader. You often go around judging folks on how they look. Wow, sorry. Going after helpless traders now, are we? Clear out, little girl. And you don't even have the decency to deny it. Can't just watch a man's property get stolen, can I? It goes against my principles. Well, come on then, cowards. I'll take you for all you're worth. Defeat the bandits. So, combat basics. Approach and attack incoming enemies. Although some fights can be avoided, occasionally enemies will block the path ahead. Always be ready for some action. We got some basic controls where square is attack, X is jump, or sorry, cross is jump, and R2 is the unique skill. CJ's unique skill, she can traverse short distances at high speed. Quick step forward while in motion and backwards while stationary. Time your movement right and you can use the skill to evade enemy attacks. Yeah. What? Woo. So, made quick work of those bandits. Arrgh, retreat! Retreat! Not bad at all. I have no idea what kind of voice he would have, whether it's like Australian or cowboy, who knows. Better than I expected from a youngin'. I'm guessing cowboy. I'm guessing like a southern type of gentleman. Hogan's the name. You really saved my skin. I owe you one. Yeah. Hogan, if I remember correctly, with the before the day one patch for this, he did not have a character profile screen. I never wanted to miss a trend. Hogan was quick to notice the sudden influx of adventurers in New Neala, and even quicker to set up shop at the town's authorized trading post. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think he did. I just don't really remember it. CJ, Honorable Scavenger, at your service. Honorable Scavenger? How's that work? Well, scavenging is just treasure hunting, isn't it? Only difference between that and thieving is whether your mark is living or dead. Thieves think too highly of themselves, though. That's what my clan says, anyway. So, scavenger suits you better, huh? You're journeying to New Neala for treasure then, I take it? Sure am. What about you? Just left. Picked up some trinkets and came out here to sell them off. What about lenses? Do they have lenses? Yep, plenty of them too. I even heard of some lucky souls finding room lenses down in them barrows. Yes! I gotta get down there now. That humongous lens is as good as mine. Which way to the town? Now what kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't take you there myself? Least I can do, after all. So the game is already showing a good portion of personality. Back again already, Hogan. Wait, where are your staff, your escorts? Bolted at the first sign of bandits. Paid good money for them, too. Bandits again? A tougher bunch than last time. Someone ought to do something soon. Look, we're just here to guard the checkpoint, alright? If you've got a complaint, take it up with the acting mayor. Yeah. And who's this little lady? Her name's CJ. She's a... what was it? Honorable Scavenger. Here to accept the acting mayor's generous invitation. And she's more reliable than you layabouts, that's for sure. Another reckless adventurer willing to risk their lives. And a child at that. I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. There's not a single member of my clan who's got their head screwed on. Reckless fools, every one of them. Fair enough. Acting mayor will certainly be glad to hear that. Proceed. Woohoo! Oh. I made it an unintentional bird sound. Okay. Back so soon? I'm quite sure I watched you leave just a little while ago. You won't believe what happened, Squash. Fade to black, explain what happened, blah blah blah. My word. Well, at least you are unscathed. Thanks to this young lady, no less. Madam CJ, was it? Squash, authorized appraiser. A pleasure to meet you. A connoisseur of all that shimmers, the promise of a glimmering future drew Squash to New Neala to open his accessory shop. His discerning eye quickly earned him the role of the town's authorized appraiser. Authorized appraiser? Indeed. It is my duty to appraise the artifacts excavated from the barrows. What for? Why, to determine their value, of course. All artifacts found in the barrows are subject to an explorer tax of 30%. 30%?! You haven't heard the worst of it yet. If you want in the rune barrows, you're going to need an explorer's license from the acting mayor. And that license don't come cheap, ain't that rat squash? I'm afraid so. This mayor sounds proper rapacious if you ask me. Yup, rapacious is the word. Quite. Well, what's to stop me sneaking out the other side of the ruin? Anyway, I wouldn't recommend that. You get caught trying to hightail it out here with a bag full of loot, well, you won't get very far. Mayor's hired an unsavory from the East Reach to put a stop to any thieving that might occur. So I've heard, at least. I've seen many a crook dealt with in my day, but that mercenary is unnerving. I'm quite sure his presence is the only thing keeping those bandits from darkening our door. How's about we go see the mayor for ourselves, eh? Even a rapacious old soul can be reasoned with, after all. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. Right this way. The town is just ahead. Well then, perhaps the next time we meet, you'll have handfuls of treasure for me to appraise. Until then, farewell. Here it is. A flourishing new frontier in the grip of a gold rush. Welcome to New Niala. Not much to look at, is it? Well, I did say flourishing, didn't I? Work in progress, huh? Is this an earthquake? I can't stand earthquakes. You're fine. Wasn't even that big. Right. Anyway, earthquakes are pretty common here. Best be on your toes. Of course, it's thanks to an earthquake that we even found them bearers. A real big one about 3 months ago. So that's what happened. Well, I best be getting back. Got a store to run after all. Or I will eventually. Figured I'd make a buck or two by setting up a trading post for adventurers to trade their wares. I'll see on by once I've opened up. Wait, where can I find that mayor you were talking about? Town. And I also don't know exactly how... I think it's New Neava is the... Yeah. So this bustling plaza is the beating heart of New Neava. Neve? Neava. Neve. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Neve, because... Let's see, now the town office sits at its center, where the bulletin board can also be found whenever CJ feels like helping the residents. Here is the mayor. Excuse me, any idea where a girl might find that rapacious acting mayor I've heard so much about? Rapacious? How rude. Oh, lighten up. I just... Wait, it's not you, is it? I am Isha, the acting mayor of this town. Yes, I should very much like to know who considers me rapacious, though. Isha, having taken over as acting mayor after her father went missing, Isha is responsible for the decision to open the quarry to adventurers, and for taxing them for the privilege. Well, that's, Hogan and Squash. Them again? Perhaps their taxes are due for an increase. Sorry, guys. So, rapacious might have been a bit much. From what I'd heard about the mayor, I was expecting some old fogey. Not, charming young woman such as yourself. How old are you anyway? 16. What of it? Same as me. I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. An adventurer, I presume. Never judge a book by its boots, as they say. We welcome all sorts here. CJ. Initials, perhaps? Prefer to keep your real name secret. Is that it? Enough about me. License, that's right. I came here to get an explorer's license. An explorer's license costs 100,000 bakwa. Not a penny less. 100,000 bakwa? Are you mad, woman? Do I look like I've got that on me? I'm 16. Give me the children's fee, like the horse carriages in the city. Do you think me as dull-witted as that? Even your horse carriages consider anyone older than 12 capable of paying full price. You know, your horse carriages, I'll give you that. Fret not, we offer assistance to the financially enfeebled. Take this stamp card, collect enough stamps, and I'll issue you an explorer's license. A stamp card? The residents of New Neve post odd jobs on the bulletin board frequently. Complete a task and that resident will stamp your card for you. So I have to help out the town. Is that it? In a nutshell, yes. Many were troubled considerably by the earthquake 3 months back. Help is in great demand, but short supply. Piece of cake? don't go anywhere because I'll be back for my license before you know it. Alright, so, collect stamps in this card by helping the townsfolk with whatever they need. Essential for acquiring an explorer's license. No adventurer in New Neve can be without their stamp card. Main quest 1, first day on the job. A bunch of people to, well, not a bunch of people, but there's a few people to talk to. And this little area just gets a little bit bigger as time goes on. Bulletin boards, not much to see here. Little girl. Hello. Don't suppose you know of anyone who needs any help around here? I sure do. Really? Who? Me. Look, I'd love to help you, but if it's not going to get my card stamped, I'll have to decline. Stamp? Like the ones Mayor Isha gave everyone? I've got one. Look. Wow. You think kids have them? With this stamp, adventurers will perform any and all tasks you require. So use and abuse them. That's what the Mayor Isha said. Rapacious might have been right on the money after all. Are you an adventurer too? Yep. Call me CJ. What's your name? Priya. So, will you help me, CJ? I certainly will. What can I do for you today, Priya? Find Yum Yum. Yum Yum ran away from home and hasn't come back yet. Can't be having that now, can we? Is Yum Yum your little sister, brother? My cat. She's white and fluffy and cute and cuddly. You want me to track down a cat? Some's for treasure hunting, I suppose. She got startled by that quake earlier and jumped out the window. She's still little, so it's dangerous for her to go out by herself. If she wanders outside the walls, she could be eaten by a monster. Oh, please find her for me. CJ, Yum Yum is my most treasured friend. Treasured, you say? Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's finding treasure. I'll have Yum Yum back to you in no time. Oh, thank you. I'll be right here, okay? Old woman. An outlander? Save your breath. This used to be a quiet little village till you showed up. Nothing but a nuisance. A lot of you. What is that Isha last thinking, eh? No respect for tradition. Alright. Calm down. Not here to cause any trouble. Whoa, never seen an adventurer like you before. If you find anything good, don't keep it all for yourself, yeah? That old bag might not see the benefit letting you adventurers in, but I do. Mining's all we've got after all, especially now they've sealed off the barrows. What use would a mining town be without a mine? Honestly. Isha might be a little daft at times, but she's right about this. What do you mean? Greedy, certainly, but daft? I didn't mean nothing by it. She's just different from the rest of us. You haven't seen a fluffy white cat being cute and cuddly around here, have you? I have. Priya's cat, right? Yum Yum. Really? Where'd it go? I pulled its tail and it ran off into the woods. Why would you pull a cat's tail? Why not? Nothing to do with an outlander like you anyway. Charming. She's so small, she'll get gobbled up by monsters for sure. There are monsters all over the place since the mining started. There'll be no cats getting gobbled on my watch. I promised Priya I'd return her treasure, and that's what I'm gonna do. I appreciate the info, kid. Could have done without the attitude, though. We now go to town outskirts to the Great Forest. There are a variety of dungeons around the town, each rich with their own unique resources ready for you to mine. Since the earthquake monsters have been sighted in greater and greater numbers, so proceed with caution. Coming up to the town outskirts, Going out to the Great Forest. A large, lush forest located just outside the border of New Devay. It's going to be very difficult for me to remember that after playing around with that little accent. While the area is rich with food, wood, and stone, the monsters which have gathered there since the earthquake have made it a dangerous place to be. A cat? No idea. Sorry. And signposts allow you to fast travel and save. Oop, nah, I didn't mean to save in the second file, but okay. So, Grey Forest. So you got attacking, yeah, yeah. You got jumping, yeah. Jumping and attacking, yeah. Then you got monsters. Okay. Pretty much being able to attack twice, and then I guess there's like some kind of stamina thing that prevents the third consecutive attack, so just gotta be kind of weary about that. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Trying to do a play-through session of sorts. A cat! Small, white, fluffy, cute. Yep, you must be Yum Yum. Ahem. Yum Yum. Who's a good kitty, huh? Nothing to be afraid of. Please don't run away. Yeah! I'm not really sure if that's exactly how you hold a cat. Gotcha. Meow. What's a little angel like you doing in a place like this, eh? Let's get you back to your family, shall we? I'm back, and look who I found. Meow. Yum Yum. And I was so worried about you, dummy. Cut her some slack. Cut her some slack, yeah. She had a bit of a scare and ran off into the woods, that's all. A scare? Oh no! I'm sorry, Yum Yum. At least you're not hurt. Don't go wandering off no more, okay? Meow. Thank you so much, CJ. As promised, here's my stamp. Why, thank you. And done. One stamp down. Plenty more to go. Say, Priya, you don't happen to know anyone else that might need some help, do you? Sure do. Really? Who's next then? My dad. Our house got all messed up in that big quake 3 months ago. Dad's been trying to fix it, but he never has enough wood. Do you think you could help him, CJ? Of course! Leave it to me! Gotta fill this stamp card so I can get my explorer's license, you see? Can't expect it to stamp itself, can I? You're the best, CJ. So where's your dad, anyway? We live just over there in the residential district. Kids say the darndest things. Got it. Bye for now, Priya. Bye-bye. Alright, so got the first stamp. Looks like you need about a bajillion more. Got experience for it. So as your party accumulates experience, their level and stats will increase. Experience is gained by completing quests and defeating enemies inside dungeons. And there are separate trophy lists between the PS4 and PS5 versions, so I will be playing them doubly. Alright, so now, all sorts of stuff just unlocked. Find Priya's dad in the residential district. Nothing there. Hey, Isha. Okay, so now go into the residential district. Lifelong residents of New... Anyway, have their homes in this part of town. Acting Mayor Isha also calls this place home. Alright, got a couple houses around here, and this must be the Faja. Excuse me, don't suppose you're Priya's dad, are you? I am. And who might you be? Another adventurer looking for treasure? Yep, I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. I'm Ganesh. How exactly do you know my Priya then? Well, we just met in the plaza. I helped her to track down Yum Yum. Is that so? Very kind of you. What brings you here to me? Priya said you've been having trouble rebuilding your home after that big quake. Thought I'd come by and lend a hand. I see. And I suppose you're collecting stamps then? Yep, I've only got one for now, so if there's anything you need help with, I'm your girl. I suppose I do have a small job for you, you could take care of. You do? Why not? Acting Mayor's got the right idea as far as you adventurers go. If you're willing to work, who am I to turn you away? Right. So, what's the job? I need you to gather some wood for the repairs on my house. You'll have to venture out to the great forest outside of the town. That's all? No problem. I'd go myself, but since the excavation, I've heard all sorts of creatures have been seen in the woods. Everyone here is far too scared to venture down and see for themselves. I had no idea the rune bearers had caused so much trouble. Oh, you'll be needing an axe then, unless you plan on talking the trees into coming down. Here, take this one. Thanks. I'll be back in a bit. Take care. Never fails. Got an RPG? Got a much older father figure? Yep. Sending a 16-year-old kid to deal with not only getting wood to help rebuild a house, but also to fight off any monsters that comes her way. So, with this item, you can cut down trees in forests and elsewhere to obtain wood. As you level up your axe, you will increase the variations of wood you can acquire. Got a healing potion as well. Consumable items like potions and balms are kept in your storepack. If your storepack is full, items will be held in your storehouse until you need them. Be sure to check your storepack before venturing out. Always a good idea to send, a 16-year-old girl out into the crazy wilderness to... They've got guards for this town. The guards should be doing more than what they're doing. But I guess if I get paid just to stand there, I wouldn't do much extra. Alright, so run. There's the Great Forest again. I forgot to put potions in my stovepack. Learn from my mistakes, kid. Stock up before you head out. Just going to save. And it's going to drive me crazy, so I'm going to put the save in the first file. Once enemies have been slain and resources gathered, they will not be available again until you leave the dungeon. If you can't find the resources you need, head back to your base and try again after a good rest. The Resource Bag. A bag designed to store resources gathered in the dungeons. Once you return to the city, its contents will be transferred to your storehouse. Once your resource bag is full, you will be unable to gather any more. Remember though, you can always throw away resources you don't need. And I remember with playing the PS5 version, before the Day 1 patch, they used the wrong throw. Just pointing that out. Alright, so back into the Great Forest. Glad to see that with the Day 1 patch they fixed some of their grammar issues. Yeah. And ja. I tore down that wall. Flying enemies will be found inside dungeons. Jumping attacks are the best way to handle airborne enemies. Yeah. Or just let them kind of float lazily to you. that. There's that. That one. You're mine. You're dead. You're dead too. Yeah. I should really just get what I need and get back. Oh, okay, fine. No, that's really faster. So it turns into a phantom. Alright, so I got lumber, ordinary, readily available lumber. Not the sturdiest material around, but it will do for smaller homes. Still can't fast travel yet. But when you are not in a dungeon, you can totally fast travel, which speeds up just a smidge. There you are. Alright, I'm back. Got what you need, I reckon. Wonderful! Finally, I can finish fixing my house. I have my things. This house has been in my family for generations. It's my most treasured possession. I don't know what I'd do if I lost it. Or if I were to lose it. But my ancestors are probably rolling in their graves. They really helped me out, you know? Here, let me stamp that card for you. Thanks, CJ. You're very welcome, Priya. Yum Yum is behaving herself, I trust. Meow. You're a good one, you are. You know, if all the adventurers were like you, even my old man might come around. Have you got anywhere to stay while you're here? No, not yet. I guess I should go look for the inn. You won't find anything like an inn around here, I'm afraid. What? But then, where do all the adventurers stay? They pitch tents down by Outlander Lane. Tents? Of course, I doubt there would be any space for another one down there now. Adventurers have been pouring in for the last few months, all looking to strike it rich. Sleeping on the streets. Didn't expect that. If it's all the same to you, we've a little house you could borrow. Which, he says little house. It looks to be bigger than their house. The last tenant just left. Nothing fancy, but beat sleeping rough, I'd wager. Well, I don't really have any money. You saw to it that Priya and me have a roof over our heads. Least I can do is offer the same in kind. No need for money. Really? Here, take the key. It's just down that hill. Have a look when you have time. Thank you. When I have time, I literally have to run past it to get back to the plaza. Stamp received. Got more experience. And there's the house. It even has a second door. How are the lodgings then? Think they'll do? Of course! But is it really okay for me to stay here for free? I said as much, didn't I? A man's only as good as his word. If you don't mind, though, I'd appreciate it if you could help my father like you helped us. Your father? So, Priya's grandfather? That's kind of how that works. I'm happy to help out. But with what? Repairing the clock tower. Clock tower? You might have noticed the fallen pillar of rubble in the plaza. That used to be our town's symbolic clock tower. I've tried telling my father that we just don't have the materials to fix it, but do you think he'd listen? Say no more. You need help. I need stamps. That's all there is to it. Thanks. Also, a word to the wise. My father can be blunt, to put it lightly. I don't doubt he'll put his foot in his mouth at some stage, but I'd appreciate it if you just ignored him, as we do with most of the older generation. No worries, I'm well used to dealing with old folks. Thank you. His name is Shiva. If you head to Plaza now, you'll probably find him. Head to the Plaza? Alright, so CJ's home away from home and base for her adventuring. Resting here for the night will recover all your strength. You can save your progress at CJ's base or at any signpost. If you are defeated in battle, you will resume the game from your last save. Autosave data will updated automatically. There's still some grammar issues that they need to iron out in this game. So, quest clear. And now let me remove Old Shiva's clock tower. Head to the crumbled clock tower. It's a very catchy tune. Alright, you old bastard. As if we hadn't had it bad enough already. Excuse me, are you Priya's grandpa by any chance? And if I am, what's it to you, a money-hungry outlander, I heard you could use a hand restoring this clock tower to its former glory. Me? A hand? Oh, I see. You think you can line your pockets by taking advantage of an elderly gentleman. Is that it? Well, you won't pull the wool over my eyes. Away with you. Whoa, that's not it at all. Priya's dad asked me to help you out. Useless old sod. And flapping his gums to outlanders now, has he? Stay out of this, outlander. No one needs help from the likes of you. But this is important, isn't it? Of course it is. My ancestors built this when they first arrived in old Neveri 150 years ago. A more precious treasure this town has never known. Of course, it's bloody important. Old Neve? I thought this place was called New Neve. Old Neve is a town our ancestors came upon. Abandoned it was, barely worth being called a town, so the story goes. So they built it up anew and called it New Neve. This clock tower is a treasured testament to their visions of New Neve. Pains me to see it in this state. Can't have that, can we? Lucky for you, I know a thing or two about taking care of treasures. You can keep your coin, good sir. A stamp will do just fine. A stamp? Those things Daka's daughter sent around. It's risky work. Better a no-good venturer take it on than any of us. Fine. Get to it. You'll need to get to the great tree bow back from the biggest tree in the great forest. Off you go then. How am I supposed to know which is the biggest one? Give me a hint or something. Well, it'll be the one furthest in, won't it? It's huge. Even you can't miss it. Furthest in, huh? Okay, I'll be back. Yep. Typical RPG NPC. Yeah. So going back out to the Great Forest again. Alright. Yeah, you say nothing new. Going to save just in case. Going further into the Great Forest to get more resources. This time to fix a clock tower for a really impatient old guy. So don't be sleeping on the job. Yeah. Alright, so I am now level 3. I'm seeing a little bit of like my attack and stuff going up every time I level. can also see all that stuff in the stats and equipment. So the holster axes give a +5 to attack, the hunter suit gives +35 to defense. Not really sure what the little circle thing... Oh, magic power defense. So the hunter suit also gives 35 to the magic power defense. So physical attack, physical defense, magic defense, and then got the critical hit rate of 3% and luck of 103. Yes, the art definitely reminds me a lot of Suikoden, which is great. Yeah. Gonna take some more lumber. Got some sugar. Oh, I misgauged that jump. So these little flying cotton ball things drop sugar. Alright, so now the furthest I've gone into the Great Forest so far. Oh no! Yeah. I've been playing Elden Ring a little too much because I keep trying to use the shoulder button to attack. Okay, so gargoyle wings. Okay, leveled up again. Getting all kinds of stuff. Shrooms. Bad gargoyle. So you do have to be a little close to be able to pick up the stuff that the enemies drop. Just gotta keep that in mind, not to just run off too far. Okay, so signposts can be found at key points inside dungeons to give you information about where you currently are. At signposts, you can fast travel to any previously visited area within the dungeon, and you can also save your game. Which is always a good thing to do. With an RPG, saving is the most critical part of the gameplay. Yeah. That was definitely a beefier enemy to deal with. Aha! There's another one of the main characters that they've shown off for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Looking at something? You an adventurer too? Here for the treasure? Sure. Why not? What's that then? Looks important. That's just a rock. Doesn't look like an ordinary rock though. Wait. You haven't seen a big, huge tree in your travels, have you? Nah. Guess it's further in. Thanks anyway. Hold it, princess. Huh? What? The forest is crawling with monsters today. You go any deeper in, you might not come back out. Monsters? What kind of scavenger would I be if I let that put me off? Okay, there's that. Chain nuts. Oops. Now it's ground level. Ah! Hit me with a seed. There's that. Titan nectar, herbs, lumber. Got more lumber. More lumber. Oops. Wild bird egg. Oh, you can also hit I didn't notice, but you can hit the seeds from that enemy that attacks. I've got another healing potion. Did it again. I mean, the thing that also kind of throws me off a little bit after playing so much of Elden Ring is that this game also uses R1 and some of the shoulder buttons to do things. Trying to get out of that Elden Ring mind. Save complete. And... oh. Yep, this must be the one, alright. Nothing's gonna happen with that tree. Nothing ominous about that one. Which branch looks best? Huh? What the... A menacing boss lies in wait deep inside each dungeon. Once they've been discovered, defeating them is your only means of escape. Watch closely and attack when the enemies reveal their weak points to deal major damage. Some stronger enemies, such as bosses, are protected by a shield. Until you have broken through the shield, the enemy will take no damage. Pay close attention to the enemy's shield gauge as well as their health gauge. Your stow pack is used to carry items such as healing potions and herbs, which you'll need as you adventure through the dungeons. If you find yourself in trouble against a strong enemy, check your stow pack to see what you've got. Nah. Yeah. Nope. You've got a centipede inside your face. If only I had enough stamina to be able to attack more than twice in a row. I would have had this thing beaten. I did not avoid that one. Son of a bitch. I got you. Haha! That millipede, centipede, earthworm, I don't know what that was, but I killed it. A valuable material necessary for the development of rune lenses. Some resources can serve as catalysts to create a variety of runes when combined with this material. Some items are more valuable than others. When you find a valuable on your travels, you won't be able to throw it away, but it won't take up space in your resource bag. Alright, so I now have the tree bow to be able to help rebuild the clock tower. And this is all the stuff that I found. So yeah, there's the rune fragment of a broken rune. This rare find can be used to forge runes anew. And rare stone. A mere stone, and yet rock fanatics are willing to shell a big bakwa for one with such a strange color and shape. So got all that stuff. Now heading back to the town outskirts, and then I'll just fast travel to the plaza. Deliver this crap to this old geezer and get a third stamp. I'm back. Let me see. Yes, this will do. No doubt about it. Great tree bow. You could have warned me, you know, about the big scary monster tree that had attacked me as soon as it saw me. Excuse me. The tree fiend. Would have been nice to know in advance. That's all. I'm lucky it didn't pick branches off of me. Tree fiend? Possible. So was her. I warned them. I warned all of them. You alright, old man? Oh, got a moment. Not interrupting something, are we? Shiva, could you spare a few minutes? The repair is... rather brilliant acting mayor. What was that? Nothing at all. Excuse me. Shiva, this is Cocktail of Outlander Lane. I believe you have already met, but allow me to formally introduce you all the same. I think that's pronounced Cocktail. Cocktail. Anyway, the smell of gold and promise of fortune drew the sagacious Cocktail to New Neve, where he quickly became the representative for the merchants and adventurers of Outlander Lane. I see, and what brings you both here? I've got nothing to say to either of you. Shiva, I know you and I don't see eye to eye on the Barrows. Still, I expect you to abide by my decisions. As such, I must ask that you and the other objectors stop causing trouble in Outlander Lane. The stamp card system is going a long way towards building trust between us and the Outlanders. Trust? You don't even know the meaning of the word. If you'd an ounce of sense in your head, you'd chase every last adventurer out before it's too late. Let's all try to stay calm, shall we? What exactly are you talking about? Too late for what? The evil sorcerer's curse. He's in the Barrows, I tell you. He who suffered the wrath of the gods themselves. He was sealed for a reason. Mark my words. Break that seal and it won't just be fiends you'll be up against. It'll be much, much worse than that. Now, this sounds like an adventure. You can't put so much stock in these old fables, Shiva. Fables, eh? So I suppose that expedition that went in there were fabled to death, were they? You want your children to go through that too? This town is on the verge of collapse. Mining is beneficial for our people and essential to New Neva's continued existence. Exactly. And what of your precious clock tower? Surely you could use some strapping young adventurers to help rebuild it? Isn't that right, young lady? Huh? Me? Oh, well, yeah, that was the plan, sure. See, honestly, Shiva, you embarrass yourself. I've got countless young folk who tell me every day just how hard they slave away for the good of this town and its residents. How long do you intend to hold out? Think of the effect it will have on your family's reputation. Fine. Please yourselves. Pay no mind to stubborn old men like me. But wait, my stamp. Oh, give me that card. Alright, got the third stamp. The crotchety old man apparently seems to be worried about a sorcerer that's deep in the mines, which sounds very RPG. Nice. Quest clear. Auto-saving. Still can't move just yet, so what else is going on? There's the main quest for the cost of good miners. Speak with Isha in the plaza. How goes the stamp collecting, CJ? Not bad, actually. Seems someone told the townsfolk to use and abuse adventurers. So they've kept me busy. They've had me catching cats, cutting trees, a particularly problematic tree in one case. So yeah, not bad. A problematic tree? What do you mean? Elaborate. Fade to black, explained the fiend tree. A tree turned fiend. I shall have to warn the townsfolk to stay away from the woods. So Hogan wasn't exaggerating about your strength, I see. Yeah, well, when you're out of your home at 15, you either get strong or get in the ground. Such spirit. This girl could surely take care of that other matter, don't you think, Isha? I suppose she could. What other matter? CJ, I would appreciate your assistance in improving relations between adventurers and the townsfolk. Oh yeah? How so? With Outlander Lane having long since reached capacity, adventurers have begun squatting in the residential district. The trespassing alone would be bad enough, but there's also been reports of fires and other shenanigans. So Priya's grandpa may have good reason to be upset after all. Manners are easily kept with a roof over one's head and food in one's belly. Unfortunately, this town does not yet have the resources to accommodate and feed Outlanders. As such, I am sympathetic to their situation, more so than most. Gok Tiao and I have been planning to build an inn and a tavern on Outlander Lane. The locations have already been decided, as have the proprietors. I would ask you gather the materials they need, CJ. An inn and a tavern, huh? And you really think that's all it'll take to make everyone get along? Money for the town and merriment for the Outlanders. Not to mention the promise of a bed at the end of a long day in the Barrows. More adventurers means more artifacts. More artifacts means more revenue. Everybody wins. Townsfolk and Outlander alike. Money makes the world go round, as they say. You're not wrong, I suppose. But it must be a real pain for the acting mayor here having them trespassers making trouble. Even troublemakers can change. Everyone deserves a chance to shine. People, not artifacts, are our most treasured resource. Trespassers? A treasured resource? I've heard it all now. You're an odd one, that's for sure. Is there something on my face? Say no more. I'll see to it you'll have all you need. I am in your debt, CJ. I suggest you meet with Raviv, the innkeeper, and Sarita, the tavern owner. Right away. They'll tell you what they need. Alright, so now on to Outlander Lane. I'm quite sure you'll find both of them around Outlander Lane as we speak. So I can now go from the plaza to Outlander Lane. Oh yeah, anything here? Not that much to see. Hey Sheba. Whatever. An isolated street, a side street which has been allocated to the recently arrived adventurers. As the face of Outlander Lane, and having seen to the opening of the tavern, inn, and various stores, Gok Tiao can often be found around here. Excuse me, is this the tavern? How many times do I have to say it? We aren't open yet. Go on now, off you go. You won't find a drop till the place is good and ready. And spare me the puns already. If I have to hear people of New Neve give up one more time, you Neve shut up, more like it. Now shoo! Enough nonsense. I'm not even old enough to drink yet. Child. Forgive me, pet. The thirst is upon those adventurers, though it is. Hungry are you? I'd love to help, pet, but the cupboards are bare at the moment. Oh, no, thank you. I came by because the acting mayor and Goktal asked me to help you gather materials. Oh, they did say someone would be coming to help. Wasn't expecting such a skinny little thing, though. No need to worry about me, ma'am. So, what do you need? Kitchens don't come cheap, pet. I'll need lightweight lumber to make one worth cooking in. Leave it to me. Stay safe, pet. That takes care of the tavern, then. That just leaves Rajiv at the inn. Rajiv? He's just a little further down this road. Setting up an inn is going to be a task and a half, no doubt. Thanks for the directions. I'll go help him out. Alright, so running, hopping. Can't attack while in town. Looks like a lot of places to be able to build some new stuff. Is this the inn? Welcome, welcome. This is the inn, all right. Or it will be, at least. Not yet, unfortunately, unless you fancy sleeping under all that rubble. Actually, I'm not a customer, luckily enough. The mayor and that Gakao fella asked me to swing by and see if I could help you gather some materials. Thank my lucky stars. Do you know it's been one adventurer after another poking their heads in and giving me grief since I started setting up here. Was all set to venture out and get the goods myself, but I can't be in two places at once, can I? You sound like you're run off your feet. But also, the inn doesn't actually exist yet, so you could totally go out there and get the resources yourself. It's not like you're really actually running anything here, so. You can say that again, so if you wouldn't mind, some heavy stone would really get me out of a bind. No worries, I'll be back before you know it. Take care. I'll be right here when you get back, managing these rocks and broken wood and... Anyway, when in and about the town, you can easily travel to the locations that you have visited before. Simply hit the select location button and choose where you'd like to go. Select location, go back to the Great Forest. Hopefully it opens up a little bit. Can't talk, I'm on my way to the forest for some wood and stone. If an active quest can be completed nearby, follow the exclamation point on your minimap to take it off your list. However, undiscovered locations and ordinary resources will not be displayed. I don't remember... Oop. I didn't mean to leave. Just can't remember how to open up the mini-map. Back. That does nothing. Oh, okay. You just open up the main menu, and it brings up the mini map, which really is more of a map than a mini map, considering it's not easily on the HUD. So, yeah, anyway, no problem. Oop, I did not gauge that correctly at all. Die, cotton balls. Ooh, got it, critical. So far the gameplay is fairly simple. I'm looking forward to activating party members and being able to do more than just push a single button. Well, I guess I have to jump to, so it's more like 2 buttons. But, anyway. Lots of resource management. Oh, I can just keep hitting enemies? Okay. Jungle! What the? Music change. So I leveled up. I'm now level 6. Nope. Bad gargoyles. Let's see. Can't do anything with that rock yet. And up here, go ahead and save. Yeah. Keep your seeds to yourself. So the things that shoot all the seeds and stuff give the Titan something. We really gotta get fairly deep into the Great Forest to get this stuff. Wow! That's a big sword! Quick step forwards to sneak behind enemies. When used wisely, this move can turn the tables on a tough fight. Ah. Yeah. That's that. Take that. Do that. Alright. So now I think this is pretty close to where the big tree was at that I had to fight. That had the little millipede, centipede thing in its mouth. I turned it into a fiend. Oh wait. You can fight them again? I did not know that. Oh, what? What? Hey. Oh. Nope. Ah. Oh no. Got it, Delman. Ah. Do I get anything new from it? Contain giant branch. Huh, so bosses come back to life. Huh. Coil. Did not know that from the first play session that I did when testing things out with the PS5 version. So I'm going to drop this stuff off, get those areas built up, or at least started, and then I'm going to take a break and get some food, because I'm starving. Here we are, just like you asked. You're some woman for one woman, pet. Maybe a hot meal and a pint will put some manners on that shower of idiots. 1,000 thanks. Here, let me stamp that card for you. It seems only right to let you have a say in the menu. What food do you like, pet? Mega Katsu Curry. The real spicy stuff. Mega Katsu... What now? Katsu Curry. Get some rice, have it swimming in spicy curry sauce, then top it off with a slab of deep fried pork. Rice, curry, pork. Is it? Not something I could just knock together. Can't have good deeds go unrewarded, though, can we? Leave it to me, pet. I'll see what I can do. Yes! Can't wait. Alright, so I got the stamp for that. The tavern is now being built. Cute. Very cute. Alright, now the tavern is preparing to open. Ogrehorn received. Bring the right ingredients and Sarita will rustle up something special. Not only will a full belly boost your stats a little, it'll restore your health too. Alright, and then dropping this off. I'm back! Should have everything you asked for. Thank my lucky stars. Hopefully now I won't have to turn anyone else away. I won't forget this, young lady. Here, have a stamp. Do come and stay when we're all set up. I'll make sure you're looked after. I'm all set for room and board, thanks. Kind of you to offer, though. Is that so? And here I am having you haul materials around. No worries. A stamp is all the things I need. Now, you definitely earned more than that. I'll think about how else I could be of service. Feel free to pop by anytime, even just to say hello. I might do just that. Thanks. Stamp received. And leveled up again. They did a great job with that one. And looks pretty nice. Rest your weary bones in preparation for your next adventure in Rajiv's Inn. The large outdoor baths are said to improve your abilities for a day too. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to my home base, save, and then take a break. So, to the residential district I go. And here's this. Rest up. One more time. Save. It's always good to have a double save even though it auto saves. And I will be back in just a little bit after I get some food.